It's almost time for your second date update. And over the years, we've dealt with a few people who were clearly not happy with us by the end of the call.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They'll trash our show and say we sound low budget, which,
Well,
to be fair, that's true.
How do we argue that one?
We're definitely not high budget.
That's for sure.
They've lashed out at Brooke, calling her a joyless, out-of-touch grump, which, again, fair assessment.
That is not who I am.
I'm not
remember that
okay
one.
with it. I don't think that's cool, but it is fair, Brooke. We
sure.
have to admit
I
Okay.
don't remember that one, but
But
Yeah.
today was a first when the person on the phone was so frustrated with how the call went, and we had nothing to do with it, but he said something mean about us that I don't think is ever going to be topped, ever.
Really?
Now, how did we get to that point? You're going to find out in a brand new second date update next. I think a question a lot of guys ask themselves while they're on a first date,
Okay.
besides what's her name again, is how do I get this girl out alone into the woods where it's just the two of us and nobody else?
Oh my
Jeff.
gosh, Jeffrey.
No? Not you guys?
I mean,
Never.
maybe men that should be in prison ask that question.
Well,
That's
our
scary.
listener Scott, who asked us for help today, did that.
What, Scott?
And
Wait, do we need to do a welfare check?
he actually made it happen and apparently had a really nice time. Scott, welcome to the show.
She went to the woods. Scary.
Yeah. Guys, good morning.
Okay.
Good morning. I apologize for the skepticism on the other half of the room right now. I am 100% on board with you, Scott.
You set it up to sound so creepy, Jeffrey.
I sounded romantic in my head, but
Okay.
maybe Scott can paint a better picture than I did. Scott, tell us
Scott.
about the girl that you met. What's her name?
Please paint a better picture.
Sure. So her name is Tara, and I met her on one of the dating apps.
Okay, you didn't say was, so that's a good sign.
Yes,
Those
is
are still
Tara.
good.
She's still
Present
alive.
tense. Okay.
Yeah, no. And I'm not sure if you guys are on them. A lot of ladies are into hiking these days.
Oh,
Yeah,
there's
yeah.
where the
Well,
woods come in.
Swipe
Okay.
left on those
At least they
girls.
say they're into hiking. I don't think any of
Yeah.
them actually would go out and do it.
No.
Yeah.
Cute pic, though.
Yeah.
So did you guys go hiking?
Yeah, and so a little bit of a backstory about me. I was a Boy Scout, so I really am into outdoors and all that stuff.
Oh.
More than the average person, then I bet.
Well, 2 fingers salute to you, sir.
Yeah, that sounds creepy, but that's what they do.
That's what they do, right?
Yeah.
It's 2 fingers?
I think
Yeah.
it's 3, actually.
Oh, is it 3 now?
Three?
Yeah.
However
Okay.
many fingers
Yeah.
it takes, Scott.
Salute.
We're happy. So what did you do to get Tara out to the woods?
So, when you're on the dating apps, you're able to look at their social media. So I saw a pic of her hiking, and she was at this huge mountain, which I knew of. And so I was intrigued. And so that was like the start of the conversation. And that kind of took off to there. And it was great.
Ooh,
The
and-
first date was me inviting her for a hike.
That's sweet.
And that's how you know someone really is into hiking. Like, when you can just look at the picture and go, I know that hike, or I know that trail.
Yeah.
That's how you know you're really into it.
So the question is, did you come prepared on the hike with snacks and or a beverage?
Ooh.
I actually just brought oranges.
Oh.
Oh.
Okay.
Not even Uncrustables? So lame.
I mean,
Okay.
it is kind of nice to get to your destination at
There's
the
always
end
an
to
end,
have
yeah.
kind of a spread.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or just for cramping, right? A little
Well-
vitamin C.
Sure. What were the highlights for you and Tara?
So I picked her up in the city, and we started our way. And
Oh, you guys drove together.
yep.
Sweet.
Yep.
All right. Well, that's a really good sign.
It is a
that-
good sign.
That she put that much trust into you on the first meeting. So how did it go?
So it went, I thought, okay. It went a little different than I originally thought it would go. On the way there, I told her real quick that I have a cabin actually in the vicinity of the place. And of course,
Oh.
look, I didn't want to be too aggressive about the cabin thing. I just kind of mentioned, hey, I have a cabin north of where we're going to hike.
It's good that you
And-
mentioned that.
And that's
But
always
you know
fun.
it's kind of an awkward thing to say, by the way, I have a cabin nearby, because that's creepy.
Yeah.
That is creepy.
Normally it's a brag that you have a cabin, but if it's like
I'd
by
be
your
ex-
trail,
I'd be excited about it.
If
I
a
would-
random man invited you to a cabin in the woods, bro.
it's like, reminds me of
I'm already in the car with him.
Yeah.
I mean, I have some trust level with him.
Interesting. So you didn't like it when I brought it up in the intro, but now that
When
we're
you
just talking
said
about
it-
it casually.
When you said it, it sounded creepy. When he said it, it sounded cozy.
Oh, if I said, you get
You
to you want to compost your own waste out in the woods, then you would be all about it.
Well, our cabin does have a compost.
I know it does. You won't shut up about it. But Scott, so I'm sorry. Tell us more about your cabin out in the woods.
Yeah, what was her
Right.
reaction?
She was interested. She was
Yeah.
like, oh, it's interesting. Let's maybe head up there and take a look at it.
Oh, okay.
You're not going to stay long. You only brought oranges. So
Well, presumably he has food and stuff at the cabin,
hopefully.
right?
Yeah,
You don't
he
keep
could.
food at a cabin.
You don't?
No.
No, I did have some snacks up there. I had like some canned goods, beans, and
Okay.
tuna, a little bit of beer.
Ew.
Not
All right.
much, but
And beer.
That checks out.
Romantic.
This is a hot first date,
Warm
Scott.
beer and tuna.
Okay.
so we get there, have a few drinks. We actually hung out on the porch, talked
Cute.
about, her family a little bit, and it was actually nice. It started to get dark, and I didn't want to stay there too late because, obviously if it gets dark, you don't want to be kind of, hey, we should leave, or it could turn into another situation. So
You wouldn't want her to stay the night and start fooling
What's
around
the
with
other
ya.
situation?
you want to be respectful, right? You don't want to hey, well, look at the time. You know what I mean? Like, you want to have her come back.
Sorry, it
Got
sounded
it.
like a bad thing that you were
Yeah.
talking about. And
I
that's,
know. It's like, bitch, trying to kiss me, and I
Yeah.
was like, this date is over.
Get that warm beer breath out of here.
Okay.
So we're getting out of there. We have a good time. I really think she enjoyed the cabin. I was pretty confident I was going to get a kiss because,
Yeah.
that was the energy. That's where the flow was going.
Yeah, you spent all day together.
That's been great. And on the drive back, I'm like, hey, we should do this again. But then I really couldn't tell if she wanted it again or if she wanted to maybe even meet up again.
Yeah, but maybe it's for the best that you guys didn't have a kiss. After tuna and beer, I don't know
Yeah.
how good of a kiss it would have
Warm
been.
tuna and a hot beer.
As long as you both ate the same thing, you're good, Jeff. You know?
God, Brooke, you just get grosser.
I never want to go to your cabin.
Yeah, I know.
Literally ever.
It just sounds
Brooke's out
worse and
crapping
worse.
in the woods, eating hot tuna out of a can. Just, this is the time of my life.
Anyway, so how long has it been since you last saw Tara?
It's been 6 days.
6 days.
6 days.
And did you-
That's a little long.
Did you try for a kiss at the end? And
No, I didn't try for it.
Okay.
Again, I don't want to be aggressive, but
okay,
Okay.
You're being respectful.
all right.
All right. Well, now we're going to be aggressive. When
Uh-oh.
we play a song, come back and call Tara, and we ask her why she didn't want to kiss you at the end of your romantic
That's not
cabin in
what
the
we're
woods
Oh,
date.
no. Why
Not-
is she not calling him
Yeah.
back?
not what
Oh,
we're
we'll
asking.
ask her a lot of questions, and we'll figure those out when we do it right after this. All right, Scott?
yeah.
All right, hold on. I could have come in with this segment using some creepy, deep, dark, foresty music, but I'm not going to do that.
didn't. Yeah.
I'm playing Zippity Doo-Dah. Because it's
Okay.
a happy day to be alone in the woods on a first date, drinking warm beers and eating tuna straight out of the can.
I think it could be really romantic.
Yeah, and I
Could
think
be.
it was, because that's what Scott did when he met up with Tara for their first date. 1 can of tuna, 2 spoons, and we're hoping
That sounds like a really bad video.
maybe a lifetime of happiness together.
Sure.
Now, Scott, before we call Tara, my producer said that you mentioned in your email something that happened that you thought maybe she could have taken the wrong way.
Oh wait, we didn't talk about this before?
Yeah, I guess we missed it. Did something happen?
Yeah, I didn't think anything of it, but I had a deer head in the cabin.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like, it's one of those funny things. Like, I don't even hunt. It's this kind of thing I just bought, just kind of adds to the ambiance
Yeah,
Right.
it makes
Cabin.
sense
Yeah.
in a cabin.
Okay. What's wrong
And
with
so
that?
maybe, I don't know, maybe she was taken back by that. It's why I haven't heard. I don't know. That's my only thought, though.
Well,
No,
She thinks you killed
I think
the deer.
a
and
girl
she's-
that's gonna eat tuna out of a can isn't gonna care
Yeah.
about
Yeah, exactly.
taxidermy.
as long as it's not like
Collection.
freshly severed and it's like fully taxidermied already. Like it was fully prepared,
The
right?
head's on the wall, but the body's in the garage.
Yeah.
still.
Like-
Shouldn't even
Just
be a
waiting to
question.
skin it is what I'm waiting for.
Yeah.
Right, Scott?
I mean, yeah, I bought it off Amazon, so
Okay.
it's definitely.
Oh, you
Very
didn't kill it
authentic.
yourself. Maybe that's why she's
Yeah, it's
unimpressed.
prime delivery with under
I
an hour.
don't think that has anything to do with it.
Well, let's
Yeah.
find
Yeah, I
out.
don't
We're going to
think
call
so
Tara
either.
right now. We'll see what she has to say. Here we go. Scott, you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
All right, let's do this.
Hello.
Hey, is this Tara?
Yeah. Who's this?
Hey, Tara, you're on the radio right now with Brooke and Jeffrey in the morning.
Hey, Tara.
Hey.
Wait, what are we doing right now?
Oh, hey, sorry. We're doing something called a second date update. I forgot to hit
Yeah.
the sound effect. Jose, do the sound
Do
effect.
we have a sound effect?
Yeah. It's Brooke and Jeffrey in the morning.
No, like a radio sound effect, like. Oh my God.
Yeah, we're kind of a low budget radio station if you couldn't tell, Tara.
Those
What?
lasers.
Okay.
Can't believe you laughed at that. I just.
It's kind of fun.
Yeah.
Oh my
I
God.
like
We're,
it.
we're a
Yeah,
wacky
we're
morning
all-
show, and something we do on the show is called a second date update. And we're hoping to reconnect you with one of our listeners that you went out with recently named Scott.
Oh, God.
Uh-oh.
Oh, God.
That's not
What
a
do
good
you
one.
mean?
I actually didn't think people like Scott existed, but he definitely proved me wrong.
Huh?
And
Heroic, chivalrous men? Because, yes, they do still exist.
I don't think
talking to
that's
one
what
right
she
now.
meant. What
Oh,
do
yeah.
you mean by that?
I'll give it. He's chivalrous, and he asked me to see his cabin. It was like super cozy and cute. It's a one bedroom.
Wait,
Yeah, we
he asked.
heard.
Yeah.
Wait, we didn't hear that he asked you. He said that you're the one that brought it up. It was your idea to go see the cabin.
Yeah, I guess that's right. I was the one who asked to see it, and if it was like near where we were hiking, it was something I just wanted to see.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
and
sounds
Okay,
fun.
yeah.
It sounds cool.
he mentioned that to us and that he even offered you some cans of tuna and warm beer.
Yeah, we were just hanging out, having fun, and like the beers and tuna. I mean, it was just really rugged and cool. So
Oh, you did think it was cool.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
They sound
Yeah.
like good things that you're saying. Where did
Yeah.
it go wrong?
Yeah, we were worried about that.
well, Scott has a fallout shelter,
What?
A what?
Say that last thing?
Oh my God.
like a built-in bunker in this
No.
cabin.
Oh, like a bomb shelter.
No, he's one of
Okay.
those like end of days preppers.
Oh,
Is that what
doomsday
you're?
preppers.
Oh, doomsday.
Yeah, he's a doomsday prepper.
Cool.
No.
Why would you think that just because he has a shelter?
He showed me what it was. I mean, I didn't think he was scary. I thought he was like a really like good guy. And then he lifts this hatch and we walked down this staircase and like I followed him down, like thinking, okay, this is a little weird, but
Oh, it's inside of his cabin?
With the secret
yeah.
door.
Oh,
That's
that's
actually
smart.
Followed a stranger down.
That's
No,
elaborate.
Tara.
Yeah, anytime there's a hatch opening, I
What?
wouldn't follow anyone down it.
What was down there? Was it just a lot of tuna?
Yeah, where the tuna came from.
Tuna
right?
paradise downstairs.
Tuna. Welcome to Tunaville.
It was packed wall to wall with canned goods and water. I mean, this is like legit. It was really packed in there.
Okay, so look, I don't want to be, I don't know anything about doomsday preppers, but isn't that a
God.
good thing if someone's just prepared, they have
No,
extra food? You
it
don't
just
feel more
depends.
safe?
Like, why does he think the world is going to end? Because I'm going to tell you, there's all sorts of conspiracy theories that float around these type of people.
That's what you're worried
Yeah,
about.
Brooks forwarded me the Facebook links to them.
I am from the land of like mountain crazy preppers.
Yeah.
I really am.
Okay,
And,
that's
I mean-
why you know more about this.
What was he telling you, Tara?
I mean, he's definitely read too many conspiracy theories. He's telling me he's going to be ready for a zombie apocalypse.
The
Oh, he thinks the zombies are
real.
coming.
What?
Well, not yet.
Yeah.
Well,
No, I
Jeff,
have.
don't tell me you're one.
I don't
too.
know. I
had a-
haven't read the articles. I just read the headlines and then make assumptions.
And then make assumptions. Okay.
I had a
Everyone.
friend's dad who was certain that the aliens were going to come, destroy our crops, and then mate with the rest of us.
Oh, interesting.
I don't know why he wanted to live through that,
So,
but
Tara, you're not interested in surviving the zombie
oh
apocalypse.
God.
No, after he said that, he just officially lost me there.
And there's no way he was joking about zombies. Like,
Brooke, he had a whole.
Yeah, he had
I mean,
a
but
whole-
maybe he was like really nuclear war, but he doesn't want to bring it up because that's depressing.
That's a good point,
You
Brooke.
know?
And you know what? We
True.
should actually ask him that right now because I didn't mention this to you, Tara, but Scott's been on the other line listening this entire time, and he wants to talk to
Oh
you.
my God.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Scott?
By the way, Tara, real quick, why did you give away my location? This is a shelter that's supposed to be on the low.
We
No
don't
one knows
know.
about it.
Well,
No,
we
you
don't
just
know
said
where
it's
your
north.
cabin is.
All you said it was north. That's all we know.
And
bro.
why are you taking a stranger to the bunker?
Uh,
How can you trust her?
I'm not going to be answering any of your questions, okay? I'm talking right now, and I have, you got me kind of verklempt. And
Yeah.
the first
What was
thing is I am not a crazy doomsdayer prepper. Like, look, at the end is near. We all know that. I think we can all
I don't think
agree
we
to
do.
that.
I don't think we agree on that.
Climate change.
I get it. I totally get it, Scott. It's so good that you're prepared and you want to like help other people prepare. But I mean, just like our discussion about repopulating the earth,
Oh.
Wait,
Oh,
after
what?
this, the populace, it's just like on the first day, it's just a little too much.
Wait,
Oh.
you guys discussed this?
I only brought it up because it is a reality.
I think it's kind of romantic.
What?
Aw, Jeff.
Are you joking?
Out of all the women in this world that I would repopulate the world with, he chose Tara.
That's usually an insult line. If you were the last person in the world, you know.
Dude, Tara has been incredibly open and understanding up until the repopulation point. I mean,
Brooke's right.
Tara, can you not see the romance in it?
There's nothing romantic about being told like your biological purpose at this point in life is to repopulate after zombies.
after the undead undid you.
There is going to be an apocalyptic event happening.
Yeah.
I see stories all the time. I want to be prepared. And so
Scott, what's logical about zombies?
Yeah, the zombies is where you're losing, I think, a lot of people.
like, it's not going to be like in the movies type stuff, but it's going to be people walking around, you know, in their gore and just eating other people. It could, why? Of course it could happen.
What? So they don't look like movie zombies, but they're still eating people.
They have better clothes.
I'm actually kind of looking forward to that. It sounds better than what we're dealing with right now.
Okay, if you guys don't want to be prepared for this, I totally understand. Yeah, I'll be in my shelter listening to my podcast and reading my magazines.
Oh, you got Wi-Fi in there?
Oh, damn.
Damn, bro.
I thought for sure you'd be on a ham radio.
I really want to go.
That's some
now.
high-tech stuff.
You guys keep laughing while your radio station burns to the ground and people eat you. I'll be hanging out.
Oh. Wow. That is not how I plan on dying. Oh, my God.
This is the first time we've been told that.
I'll tell you, they're not coming for our brains.
Out of all of us in this room, who would be the most eatable?
Oh, God, I think it's a tie
I'm
between
plump.
Jose and
Yeah,
I.
I'm plump. I just checked. I'm like almost 30% body fat.
Yeah. Jose gets winded after taking like 20 steps. He's
Yeah.
definitely the first to
And
go.
I'm taking those steps to go get more food.
But you know what?
I'm sorry.
I want the two of you.
It's too much.
I want the two of you to.
You know, I really never should have reached out to you morons. Obviously, you're having a laugh on me, but I'm the one prepared. So we'll see how this actually turns out.
All right, Scott, we get it. And make sure you go listen to our podcast where you can find Scott's bunker coordinates.
No.
Wherever you get your podcast,
No.
at Brooke and
That's
Jeffrey.
private information.
Private information, which we will give out for free on our podcast. Thank you, Scott.